Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a super requested video that has been super requested ever since I started talking about it on my channel, and that is what self-tanners I like to use and what I think about the various self-tanners out there. As you guys know, I love the look of being tanned. I love the pale look on other people, and I'm not saying that pale people are ugly or deserve to die or anything like a lot of people like to say, I think, or whatever. But for me, I just feel more beautiful and more myself when I have a little bit of a tan. And with the winter here, especially in Montreal, it's been so cold. I turned to self-tanners, and as you guys know, when I was younger, I did go into tanning beds, but as I'm getting older and more mature, I realized that, you know, in moderation, like I'm not saying before I go on vacation, I won't go into a tanning bed just to like warm up my skin so I don't burn, but in general, I just don't really go into tanning beds anymore. I don't know, I'm just getting older, I'm worrying about things, and I'm just kind of not really going into tanning beds except for a couple times a year. But when I set my mind to finding my favorite thing of something, I end up trying so many different tanning things, and luckily my sister has been like a self-tanning addict for so long. Today I'm going to be talking about the 4 that I've tried since the beginning of the new year. I definitely have my favorites and some warnings against some of them. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my tips as well as my kind of self-tanning routine. So my number 1 tip is I don't like to moisturize right before I do my tanning. I find that it kind of makes my self-tanner a little bit slippy. I don't find that it stays in place as well as it should. I find that in the creases of my elbow and knees, it doesn't like stay where it should because of the moisturizer. So instead of just moisturizing before, I've become really good at moisturizing like at least twice a day after every shower or bath, or whether it's putting coconut oil on at night or in the bath, just because that way my body is constantly moisturized, and that's just a cycle that continues. So I just am always moisturizing my body so I don't have to do it right before, because I find that I have a better result when I don't moisturize right before. And I just use regular like Jergens, it's Vaseline Cocoa Butter. I love that one. It's my favorite moisturizer for my body. My second tip is to exfoliate like a lot before you do tanning. I think that's a given, but really exfoliate very well to get off all the old tanning residue if you still have any on you, and just to get your dead skin off. Plus it'll make you softer, which is always a bonus. I like to use the Lush Ocean Salt Scrub. That one really makes your skin so soft, and it's really gritty, so that's why I really like it for all over my body, even my face. And my third tip, I know this might be difficult if you're living alone, but try and have someone who can do your back. I don't know how people do their back. If you guys have any tips about how to do your own back, let me know. But I guess like a tip for me is to make sure you have someone to do your back. Like my sister and my mom will always do it. You don't want a pale back. But with that said, since it isn't summertime and really I just care about mostly like my upper body and my face being tan, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's all I tan, but most of the time I do my whole body and then just keep up my face and like décolleté arms area. So I'll do it in order of the ones I tried. So I asked a while ago on Instagram what your favorite self-tanners were, and I got so many comments about the Victoria's Secret self-tan. They do have a different one, and it is in the pink bottle. This one's in the purple bottle, so just be aware of that. But this is the self-tanning tinted lotion, and this is really a good tanning lotion if you just want to get a little bit of glow back into your life. If you're pretty pale, like when I was like really pale, and you just want to look like you have a little bit of a life back in your skin and you're not like a pasty white color, then this is a really good one for you. It is really easy to apply, easily blendable. For me, it didn't give me the result I wanted just because I want to look like I got back from the Dominican Republic, like from a week's vacation, but I do really like this. Like in between my tanning periods with my favorite one, I'll put this on my face because it does add a little bit of a natural glow to your face without being like a lot of it. My best friend Sierra just got this also. She ordered it off of Amazon. I'll post the link below if you don't have a Victoria's Secret near you, or if they don't have it in stock. And she's really pale compared to me. You can watch the best friend tag, and she really loves it. It just gives you some life back to your skin. It makes you look a little bit less translucent. It's not one that gives you like, oh, did you just come back from Mexico? Like people won't ask you if you came back from Mexico if you just put this on. I will say that they also have a spray version of this one, which I saw in one of Alexandria Garza's video. Apparently that one is amazing, so I am waiting for Victoria's Secret to bring the spray back because she looks so dark. But anyways, this one is just the Victoria's Secret Self Tan. It's $15 at Victoria's Secret, definitely one of the more affordable ones, and it's a good option if you just want to add a little bit of, you know, vitality back to your skin. The second one I tried is the Loving Tan, and this is probably my well, it's probably a tie between the Loving Tan and the Tropez Dark. I'll talk about the Tropez Dark after. So this one was my sister's, and this is in the Ultra Dark. It is the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse. I will say that the mousses are my favorite form of self-tanner. I feel like they're easiest to apply, they're easiest to blend and make sure you get all over. They're not sticky, they dry really quickly. Tropez Dark and the Loving Tan are very, very similar. Oh, and I just want to say that these do come in different shades. My skin tone is naturally a little bit more olivey, and I get dark naturally, so I always get Ultra Dark, but they do have regular ones for, I guess, people who are a little bit more pale. But this is just the Ultra Dark, and this is the Tropez Dark. And what I like about these is that they almost have like a green undertone, which will give you a really nice olivey looking tan without being orange, and that's really, really important because you don't want to look orange, you want to look natural. And that's what my friends were saying. They looked at me after I did, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so dark. And I'm like, but I look natural, right? And they're like, yeah, you look natural. I don't know if they were just saying that to please me, but I find it looks really, really natural, and like how I look during the summer. I actually found this at Winners in Canada for $25, which was about half price, and this you can get online, I know, and it is around, I think it's around $50, but I'm not exactly sure since my sister did buy this. I have to say that if you are looking for one of my favorite self-tanners to give you that really nice glowy bronze look, then these are my two favorite options. They have the light one if you're a little bit paler than I, or they also have the dark one if you want to be like, I guess, dark. I need to do it. I'm like about a week out since doing one of these. When I apply these, I apply them using a mitt. My sister had one from Loving Tan, so I just used this one. You can get a mitt pretty much everywhere. You definitely want to be careful about that because the last thing you want is orange hands. That is definitely not a good look. I mean, Tropez or Loving Tan are definitely my favorites. They don't break my face out. I do put it on my face. I got a lot of questions about if I put it on my face. Yes, I do, and since I am exfoliating my face and washing my face more than I guess like the other parts of my body, and since I'm always like removing makeup, putting on makeup, I do upkeep it a little bit more on my face. Like I'll do it maybe twice a week on my face, and then the rest I'll do it like every week and a half for my body. But if you're looking for a really good self-tanner that won't make you orange, these are my two favorites. I feel like these are really, really similar, so whatever you can get your hands on, go for it. For me, I just got really lucky that they had the Ultra Dark Self-Tan Tropez at Winners, which was a really good price because I was going to order like one of these. These just give you a really natural olive color. It looks like I spent my summer in Greece, which is always a good look. Now I'm going to talk about the Antichrist. I'm going to talk about the devil of self-tanners, and I feel bad because they sent me this product, but honestly, I don't want you guys to buy this because it was a nightmare. I'm sure you've heard about this because I've seen other YouTubers talk about it and they really liked it. I don't know if my standards are higher for self-tanner, but this is the Sun Goddess Sunless Tanning Lotion Dark. I will say the color on this is really, really nice. As you can see, it is a rich, dark chocolate color. It looks like chocolate sauce. It is a really nice color, but that's where the good parts stop. The application is a nightmare. I used a mitt to apply it like they suggested, and it is a nightmare. It doesn't blend in. I think I would have blended it all in, and then I look in the mirror and there's a patch that's missing. I do it again. Okay, I got it covered. Then there would be a patch that's missing. When I asked my mom to come do my back for me, it took her literally 20 minutes to try and work it all into my back. It would like lose the pigmentation in some areas. It was truly, truly bizarre. It wasn't an easy application at all. It was honestly awful. Like I said, the color I got was good. It was good for like 2 days, but it was patchy. There were patches missing, and then the worst part is when it started fading. Like most of the time, like I'm kind of fading now. I don't know if you can see like from my Tropez, but this was just really patchy. It looked like I had vitiligo, and I mean that is a very serious condition, so I don't want to make a joke about it, but I seriously looked like I had it, and it was really uneven. It came off in really bizarre patches. My sister tried it. She had the same experience. I don't know if it's just us, but I do not recommend that at all. It was literally a nightmare to put on. I kept exfoliating every night, every morning, because I just needed it off my body because it was like the most awful tan. The way it stayed on, the way it went on, I just really, really don't recommend it. I'm sorry, I feel awful because they sent it to me and they were so nice, but really just a really bad self-tanner. So Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope that answered the questions you guys had about what self-tanners I like to use. Let me know what your favorites are down below. I'm always open to trying new ones, so if you think there's any that I would love, definitely let me know in the comments down below or on Instagram or Twitter. You guys have been linking me to different ones on Instagram and I've been loving it. I always try and reply to your comments on Instagram, so definitely follow me if you haven't. And let me know if you have any self-tanning tips, especially for getting your backside. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the 5-minute makeup challenge. I was actually